Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the Meadville Area Recreational Center as Shaker Heights is taking on the club team of the Medina Battling Bees. Now, the Red Raiders coming into this game after tying the third period yesterday against Holy Name, but still winning the game by a final of 5-1. After that final, Shaker ended up going into a tiebreak situation with Bethel Park. They tied in points for the standings, and therefore they had to go into a couple different tiebreakers, and eventually I believe it was the third tiebreaker that ended up calling it at goal differential. Shaker's goal differential was, I believe, -2, while it was Bethel Park at +1 after their games against Cathedral Prep and Holy Name. Of course, in the black division, it was Cathedral Prep moving on. They just beat their opponent moments ago, and so it's going to be Cathedral Prep and Gilmore Academy for the final of the Meadville Invitational Tournament. Now, Shaker, for these seniors, it's their final game in Meadville for their high school career, so they're looking to leave it all out against a team that they know they can beat, and they've beat over past years. It's the Medina Club team, a team that is not actually associated with the high school, a team that formed around the area. Just, again, as a club team, it's kind of what we see out of Dayton Stealth, a team that Shaker played here a couple years back, and teams like Team Ohio. They're all club teams, and we'll see how Shaker can do against a club team today. Again, in the state rankings, because these are not OHSAA opponents, it's going to be Shaker actually at rank number 27, because that's just the entirety of Ohio's teams, and Medina, the club team, down there at 57. They're actually around Holy Name in those kind of state rankings, so we will see how Shaker, get out the way of the camera, buddy. But what's going to be Medina down there at 57, so it should be the same kind of situation that Shaker played against Holy Name yesterday. Shaker with a very dominant win. Now we're going to send you down to the center ice as we get set for the opening draw. Thanks for tuning in. Little cameo from the cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum, and that's actually going to bring us right into our puck in the net picks. What we have today, he decided to go with Lowell Rich. I myself went with Aiden Salmon, so both on the same line. And actually we went with the line in entirety because student manager Maya Mayan went with Ryan Kiltz. Charlotte Juan, on the other hand, went with the same line as Caden Trotter. They picked Sebi Juan and Colin Arth. So that's your puck in the net picks. Keep your ears open for those couple of players as they make their way to the slot, take a couple of shots. We'll keep you updated on the puck in the net picks as they go along as well. So this one is the first of two consolation games. The other consolation game will be between Holy Name and McDowell. Holy Name again in our black division, in which Shaker beat 5-1 yesterday. McDowell struggled in their red division, so they also fell back into a consolation game. But now Shaker will take the face-off, fling it down to the Medina side, and we'll see what Medina can do. Here, Benincasa tries to keep it onside. Apparently it was still kept onside. Not exactly sure how. Here, the pass up. Cole Richard finds Connor Mayhew. Mayhew somehow sticks with it, gets it over to Joey Moore, trying to get back to the forehand to make the pass. Mayhew going to flip it up off the backhand, and it's going to be a save made. Now back around the boards. It's Connor Mayhew trying to poke this one up back to his defenseman, Cole Richard, at the point. Instead, it's going to be picked up by number 25, Riley Janis, but turned over in the neutral zone. Lenahan pokes it right past a man, centers it over, trying to find Cole Richard, but instead it'll go wide as there was a defenseman pressuring the shot wide. Here, Lenahan looking to a centering pass. Nobody home except for a couple of bees in the lane. Here, Kilt's going to kick this back over to Lenahan. He might have a lane to shoot it, and he will pull the trigger. The save, however, made by the starting goaltender today, Andres Borgia. Less than 14 minutes to go as Shaker controls it after the faceoff. Behind the net, Mike of Borgia. Braden White trying to get it back now in the neutral zone, but now this can create a breakaway, and they pop it into the top left corner. And Medina off to an early lead. Number 91, Sebastian Dabb. And so, poor start from Shaker Heights. Again, a team that Shaker should beat, just like they do Holy Name. But again, poor start. Dabb starting on the attack quickly once again, right off the draw, trying a centering pass, but it'll go right to the pad of Michael Better, and he will stop it and cover it up. Your game time temp today, a little bit colder than the past few. It's going to be 27 degrees Fahrenheit, says the thermostat down there at the scoreboard side of the rink, over on the Red Raider side of the ice, just behind the boards. It'll have the thermostat. Today it shows 25, which is the coldest of the last couple of days. There, Michael Better making another stop. We're going to get the face-off on his own side. Face-off against Castilli and Ryan Lenahan. First line forwards back out. Pass up to Connor Mayhew as it's sent around the boards. He's going to center it over to Lenahan. 4-on-2 rush developing. Lenahan looking for a shot. Instead, he'll pass it over to Joey Moore. And good save by Borgia. And here Mayhew leaves it to Moore in the high slot just up against that blue line. Shot, kick save made by the captain Borgia. Typically, you're not going to see the C on a goaltender, but that's the case for this goaltender. Unless that's his number. Actually, I believe it's his number. So actually even more uncommon, seeing the number on the front of the jersey just above the crest. That's typically not what you see. But again, club team, they don't have to really follow any rules. So this one's sent up and into the boards. And Medina going to take it and clear it away. Your Cole Richard trying to get an attack going on his own. Connor Mayhew over there hopping off for a change. Aiden Salmon coming out to the ice, which means other puck in the net picks should be joining him soon. We'll see if anyone on this line able to pop one in. Here, Dylan Orsepke taking it behind the net. The freshman skating it up past his blue line and up to Joey Moore. He's got a rush with Aiden Salmon in the center. Can he deke around the last two Bs? Yes, he can. Looking for the centering feed out in front. Salmon and Lenahan trying to tip it home. But another great save by Andres Borgia. The goaltender wearing number 1. Cam Mayhew and Braden White making the defensive pairing. And again, Cam Mayhew a little bit slower after he took a shot to the knee in that first game. But he is back and he is doing well. Again, he had surgery on that knee over the summer due to an injury he got during the rivalry game against U.S. in U.S. territory last year. It was unfortunate. I believe it was one of his first couple of shifts against U.S. And as a freshman, the good thing is that it can give you a little bit of momentum when heading into the future matchups. Here, bank off the boards. It'll somehow get up to Ryan Kiltz. This can create a breakaway chance, but a phenomenal poke from the back check guys on defense. Here, Lowell Rich trying to poke it back up to the point. Instead, it's going to be handled by number 21, Joey Dorsey. But Braden White back with it. The shot went wide to the left. Again, a hard shot. That's what Braden White has over a lot of the other guys, as he is able to use that strength and create a tough slap shot. This one tipped on net by Ryan Kiltz. Save made by Borgia. Less than 11 minutes left in this one. Because the standings don't matter, we don't care about period-by-period totals anymore. We just care about the outcome of the game. Here, this one flown up on net. Rebound given up to Axel Schneider, but it's save made. Schneider trying to get it back behind the net, and he will free it out. Loose puck picked up by Juan. That shot from Teddy McGinnis pretty slow on the shot. And kept down to the ground. This one flipped up on net for Michael Better. Would have created a breakaway chance for Jacob Greta. But the forward not going to get his chance to shoot it on net. So 10:34 left in this first period of play. Face off over to the right side of Michael Better. Face off handled by the Bees for a moment. Axel Schneider going to poke it out of the zone. Here, Greta turning it over to Colin Arth for a minute, but Walters going to take it right back. Christopher Walters dumping this one down the ice. It's going to be an icing on the Medina Bees. .10:34 to go in this first period. Shaker down by a goal to these Medina Bees. Again, a team that Shaker should not be losing to under any circumstance. Medina playing some very great games against Holy Name. They have, however, gone 3-0 against them this season. Here, a shot on goal, another kick save made as there was a scrum for puck possession in front of the net. Now Medina going to take this, flip this right out of play over to the near side. I'm sure that was not their intention. Lenahan dropping into the face-off dot. Schneiberg and Fury, the two guys to his sides. Here, Ursepke looking for a shot. Instead, he'll give it over to Lenahan. Lenahan back Fury. Fury looking for a chance. Though the Bees swarm the area. So here comes Cole Richard from his own side. Flips it up past the blue line. Here's Lenahan on another rush. He's got Schneiberg to his left. But another great poke check will free it out to number 47, Otto Grieser. Can Shaker clear it out of their zone? Or can Medina clear it out of their zone? Ursepke says no. Back over to the tip of the crease. Mayhew tripped up. No call. Looked to just be a fault on the skate. Medina kicks it out. Good kick from number 47, Grieser. Mayhew banks it off the boards. Finds Lenahan. Here's a good rush brewing. Pass just out of the reach of Ian Schneiberg. He was pressured by two Bees that were covering him on each side. So the pass goes all the way back around the corner for Lenahan. Lenahan trying to pass it into the center for Schneiberg, and another save made by Borgia. Can Medina get this opportunity? Yes, they can. A 2-on-1 if they hurry, but Mayhew using his speed to pressure this shot and no pass. And the stick save made by Michael Better. Here, Sepke beginning a rush with Lenahan to his left side. Lenahan dekes around one man, trying to deke around another. He'll lose the puck into the near side corner. Here, a pass into the center was looking for the defenseman Dylan Ursepke, but instead it's sent out by the Bees. They're a good stick lift. Joey Moore using the body to his advantage, trying to throw a man off the puck, and in doing so, Shaker with the opportunity to get it out of their zone. And now Medina just going to flip this up into the Red Raider bench and out of play from the neutral zone. 8:31 left to go in this first period. Shaker down by a goal here at the Meadville Area Recreational Center. Again, 25 degrees here today. That's why they call it the House of Chills. Properly named. Rich winning this one back to the captain, Benincasa. Benincasa flips it right to the Bees defenseman. And this could get them into some trouble, though Benincasa back in the Shaker Heights zone. Now behind the net of Michael Better, wrapped around the boards to Salmon. Tries to bank it off the glass and clear it. Now looks like with a couple of Red Raiders coming to his aid, they will get it out. Though Medina has it right back off the far side boards. Pass over to Ryan Kiltz. Good poke check from behind. And pass back over to the defenseman Teddy McGinnis. McGinnis using the backhand, sending it around the boards. Aiden Salmon to the near side, looking for a pass. Nobody really open. Now Lowell Rich held up along the boards. Ryan Kiltz joining the play as well. Kiltz getting a goal during this tournament, looking for an extra one here today. Here Lowell Rich taking it from the far side boards, though it's cleared away. Halfway through this first period of action, as this one is iced by Medina, we go back into their own side for the faceoff. Face-off controlled by Medina. Hit from Joey Moore right after the draw. I believe Medina coaches kind of wanted a penalty after that, though they're not going to get one. Medina trying to clear it off the backhand. Mayhew Tried to kick it in, but instead he has to use the stick to scoop it back in across the blue line. 7:05 left to go in the first period. We play on. The near side boards are Sepke. But now Medina sending it back around. Sepke now set up in front of the crease, and Lenahan going to get that tip as the shot went wide. Here, cross-ice feed finds Connor Mayhew. Can he create a breakaway by his lonesome? He tried, but he just underskated the puck out of his reach. So here to the near side, Cole Richard trying to get the puck back. Sent out, Cam Mayhew taking the shot. Tipped by a stick of number 80, Brett Sanzone. Now here, pass it to the slot. Medina going to get this one back, though. Good poke in to keep it in by Cole Richard, but a second effort is going to ice this puck. Good job by Christopher Walters, or excuse me, no, that was number 77, Patrick Walters, clearing it down to Michael Better. (1-0) still your score between the Red Raiders and the Battling Bees. The Bees with an unexpected lead early in this one. Face off to the near side. Cam Mayhew sends it to the high slot. Braden White looking to take a crack at it. Arth tried to get a rebound. Now Juan sending it to the backhand. Now back up to the point. Cam Mayhew looking for a shot. Medina almost tipped it into their own goal. And Shaker on a rebound chance once again could not stuff it through the right pad of Andres Borgia. Pass around the boards behind the net of Michael Better. He's trying to poke this one up to Sebi Juan, his forward. And now Juan back behind the net trying to skate it out. And he might not go for the pass. No, he's just going to skate it from blue line eventually up to the other blue line using his speed. Great rush by Juan. But now there's a hit along the boards. With the way the refs have been calling it here in Meadville, would have expected a penalty, but again, not going to be calling it. Pass up to Schneider. Schneider tips it into the attacking zone so he can get his teammates some changes. Now Medina clears this one down, icing on the Bees once again. Shaker sporting a whole new look of 5. McGinnis and Benincasa on defense. That line of Kilts, Rich, and Salmon out. The goalie using his pads well here today. All of Shaker's shots going low. And here to the point, Andy Benincasa looks to get his forwards a couple of looks up front. And here to Aiden Salmon. Salmon taking the shot. Rich almost with a tip, but he lost it between his skates. Can Medina clear it? At first, Teddy McGinnis gets thrown into the boards. That was 100% a penalty. That shot ended up going wide. And McGinnis is down to the near side boards. Shockingly, no penalty, as Teddy McGinnis is injured down on our side of the boards in the Medina zone. And Shaker's coach is furious at the no call because that was just unsafe. McGinnis slow to get up, but now he's going to skate by his lonesome. And now joining him, Aiden Salmon and Lowell Rich skating back to the bench. Trainers were heading out, but now they're making their way back. With the way they've been calling it here in Meadville, I am surprised that that was no penalty. But we keep with 5-on-5. Should have been a boarding, you would think. And this pass out of the reach of Lena, and that'll be an icing on Joey Moore, and the Red Raiders face off back to their side. .4:53 to go in this first period of play. 1-0 the current score with Medina leading. Behind the net, controlled by Cole Richard, almost turning it over right in front of the crease. And that save made with a kick from Michael Better. Here Lennon creating the turnover along his blue line, trying to poke it up to Connor Mayhew, just unable to get good contact to the puck. And it's sent back around into the Red Raiders zone. Richard over to his co-defenseman, Ersepke. Ersepke's looking to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew and Lenahan beginning a rush. Lenahan a little bit held up along the near side boards. Ersepke with a hard hit along the near side boards. A little bit of revenge for his co-defenseman. Here Lenahan trying to deke around a couple of Bs. Eventually, 4 of them in white jerseys will get to that far side board area along the point. But now here comes Cole Richard trying to create an opportunity. Dekes around one man on the backhand, try to create an opportunity. Nothing doing. And now it looks like a couple of Bs crashed into Andres Borgia over there in the crease. It was Jacob Greta who flew right in. Less than 4 minutes to go here in this first period. Shaker, again, surprisingly down in this game. And now, actually, head coach Matt Bartley going to be talking with the referees. Not exactly sure what for, unless it's the same kind of situation we saw with Teddy McGinnis. But now it looks like the Medina goaltender still getting things situated. It might be an equipment issue now for Andres Borgia. With 3:59 remaining in the first period, 1-0 the score. I believe this is the second time he's had issues with that left skate. But now he's hopping back up. And it looks like they are going to be bringing in the backup as they're going to be seeing the Medina goaltender with issues on his left skate. Just going to be sliding with his right skate over to the bench and hopping back in. So now we're going to have a backup goaltender. So now it's going to be number 30, the goaltender. Here a shot from the red line of center ice. Cam Mayhew trying to keep this one in. I'll get you a name on that goaltender when we see one. And then this one wrapped back around into the Red Raiders side of the ice. 3:35 to go in the first period. Benincasa behind the net, sending it right back around for Sebi Juan. Creating a good rush in his last shift, looking for another opportunity to maybe get a scoring chance. As this one's wrapped back around, will this one be out of the reach of Juan? It will this time. Medina sending it right back. Shaker unable to get passes connected right now. Right now, Cam Mayhew turning it over. He's tripped up. Again, no call. My goodness. The Meadville referees letting these games play out like it's a rivalry game now. Don't worry, Shaker versus US is next week. 2:50 to go in this first period. Medina sending it right to the stick of Andy Benincasa, who dumps this one back into the Medina zone. Medina winning consolation game number 1 against the Red Raiders for the final game of the Meadville Invitational of Shaker's run. Again, the final is going to be between Gilmore Academy, Cathedral Prep. We're looking at a good matchup between the two winners of their divisions. Benincasa creating an opportunity on a rush to the near side boards, now trying to center it over. He'll hit the outside of the net on the shot. Here, Walters with his pass going right to Lowell Rich. Now it's going to be picked up now by number 80, Brett Sanzone, poked away by Teddy McGinnis, and he's going to hop back off. Good to see Teddy McGinnis on a good shift after the big crunching hit along the near side boards here. Kiltz looks for the shot. Now a second chance, rebound chance. Can they tip it in? They say no goal. Goalie sprawled out, puck loose behind the net, and it looks like Red Raiders were pushed into the net. Lowell Rich was getting shoved into the crease. Becoming a more physical game as time goes on, and it looks like roughing is going to be called. We'll see who gets sent to the box. Looks like it's going to be number 21, Joey Dorsey, the forward, getting a little too aggressive on his own side of the ice. So with 100 seconds left to go in this first period, Shaker Heights goes on the power play. Ryan Lenahan drops down to take this face off. Shaker trying to tie this one up before they head to this first intermission. And this first intermission going to be the elongated one. The second one will be brief, as they will get the ice cut in the first period, not the second. Here's Ryan Lenahan. He's got Mayhew open to his near side. He'll elect not to pass it over. Now he will, looking for the tip from Moore right in front of the crease. Moore will get it back in the corner, dropping it off to Lenahan. Lenahan, Mayhew. Mayhew back to the captain. Mayhew opening it up into the point, but it was number 7, Christopher Walters, to poke it out of Mayhew's grasp. And now Mayhew along his own blue line, passing it over to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan skating it up into the zone, taking the shot, blocked, this time by number 47, Otto Greaser. Lenahan back with it behind the net as he'll get puck possession back. Good work by the Red Raiders along the far side corner. Lenahan to the point. Cole Richard waits as his shooting lane closes. Lenahan looking to go cross slot pass over to Joey Moore, but now it looks like a penalty going to be called on Medina once again. And Shaker going to go to a 5-on-3 for the remaining 26 seconds of this first period. Let's see what Shaker can do. This time it was number 44, Owen Greaser. A lot of brothers on this squad. Face-off moved over to the wing where Benincasa is set. Joey Moore sending it back to Benincasa. They've got 20 seconds to get something going. Lenahan holding on now to Benincasa. Benincasa waiting for a pass over into the slot. 10 seconds left to go in the first period. They've got to shoot the puck, and eventually Lenahan will. It'll hit the top of the stick. 5 seconds left to go. Moore over to Lenahan. Lenahan waits, takes the shot, and a good save is made by the backup goaltender, and that will take us to the end of the first period. We're going to have an ice cut after the first frame of 15. Again, our next 2 periods going to be connected by a very, very brief couple-minute intermission. At least we believe that's the case, but right now Medina and the Red Raiders just hanging on, so actually, it looks like it might be to the second intermission, though that wasn't what the sign said outside. So I guess never mind. So with this shift, we're just going to stay put where we are. It's going to be shots attempted for the period. Shaker winning all the stats except face-offs where they're tied. In face-offs, it's 7-7, but in shots on goal, Shaker has them 4 times up. I mean, it's 13-3, but Shaker just cannot seem to bury it on now this backup goaltender wearing number 30. I don't know the name of this backup goaltender. Can you ask for the name of the backup goaltender? He doesn't have a name on the jersey. The one that's in there. And immediately, we are going to get right back into it. Shaker with the 5-on-3 for the next 21 seconds as we begin play. First name Nolan. It's going to be Nolan DeForest, we believe, as the goaltender. He's supposed to be wearing number 1, but instead that is now with Andres Borgia. At least that's how it's listed on the roster. 15 seconds left to go in a 5-on-3 opportunity. Here, Connor Mayhew flipping it back over. Joey Moore enters into the slot, giving it back. It's Mayhew. Mayhew to Richard. Why are they not shooting the puck right now? Richard sending it back to Mayhew. 5-on-3 time expires, and the shot goes wide. Shaker would love a goal here in the power play. This pass into the glove of Joey Moore. Now this one almost escaping him, but Mayhew on the backhand flips it back into the far side corner where Benincasa is going to pick it up before reaching the possession of the Bees. Moore looking for a pass in the high crease, but instead it's kicked back out to the point. Now Lenahan shoves a man off of him. Joey Moore picks up the puck. Richard falls as he tries to make the shot. 40 seconds to go on power play. Cole Richard works his way in. Pass cross ice, finds Lenahan. Lenahan back to Mayhew. Mayhew, good accuracy on the shot. Now a couple of shoves after the whistle. Joey Moore swooping in and throwing a hit in there as well. But now with 14 minutes to go in the second period, Shaker with 30 seconds remaining on the power play. The Medina coach is asking for something, not exactly sure what. Referee now going to the scorer's table. Again, not sure what the matter is. It also looks like the old goaltender is returning back to the bench, so we'll see if Borgia makes his way back into position momentarily. Must have been a clock issue. Now it's down to 13:51 instead of 13:56. So that'll kill off another 5 seconds of power play time. Your White shot, good kick save by DeForest. Lowell Rich trying to scoop it out from the corner, sends it out in front. Pass picked up by Medina, and it looks like that one just grazed the ceiling. I wasn't sure that it was actually the case, but it looks like he just barely got it. Now goaltenders switching once again. They'll share a fist bump with the glove hands. And Borgia entering back to the crease. Honestly, some great saves made by Nolan DeForest. But as the equipment is fixed by for Andres Borgia, he's back in his crease. Here, good save at the point by Cam Mayu. Juan looking for the tip out in front. Lowell Rich with an opportunity. Juan trying to poke it out in front of the butterfly. Save made by Borgia. 13:16 left to go as we are back to even strength. Braden White shot tipped by Lowell Rich, but at that time it's going to go wide once more. Braden White on another shot. Great late reaction save by number 1 Andres Borgia. Shaker back with it. Sebi Juan in the high slot. Kicks it back onto his stick, but it'll escape him eventually. Arth trying to get it back up to the point. White unable to save it as Medina clears it down. Face-off will be back in the Red Raider offensive zone. The Medina defensive zone. 12:48 left to go in this second period of play. Shaker somehow still losing this one 1-0, even though they're winning all the stats. Sometimes, however, that just doesn't mean everything. We saw it against Bethel Park. It didn't seem like Shaker totally deserved to tie that game, but that they did. The outcomes just sometimes doesn't reflect what we see on the stats cards. Here off the boards, trying to swoop in and keep them in the offensive zone was Teddy McGinnis, but now this will create a rush, and Michael Better unable to make the save as the shot from the far side boards will sneak its way in. 12:27 left to go in the second period. My goodness, Shaker down by 2. 2 goals on 4 shots will give Medina the lead. And it's doubled up. Wow. Again, Medina, a team that's typically comparable to Holy Name. But Shaker with a poor showing early on. Of course, a lot of time left to go in this one. Shaker going to be able to tie it up. But without a goal to this point, it's even less and less likely by the minute. Medina back on the attack. It's Greaser number 47. Taking the pass into the slot. That shot blocked. Swooping in was Dylan Ursepke. Great effort by the freshman. Lenahan skating it out from his own zone. Not passing it just yet. Skating around a couple of guys. Good speed from Ryan Lenahan. Pass back up to him. Trying to find Joey Moore on the backhand as he was swooping into the slot. Ursepke almost saved it from clearing out of the blue line, but it'll go right off his stick and out. Cole Richard working his way in, but it'll clear right back. Ursepke goes cross ice, finding Connor Mayu. Mayu up the ice, just barely onside. Mayu taking the shot. It goes wide to the left side, and this is going to clear out once again as Medina flips it. Dab pressuring the shot from the pass from Lenahan, so he gets it out quickly for Dab to eventually pick back up in his own zone. Pass off the boards. Joey Moore bumped out of the play. 11:15 to go in this second period. First line forward still out. Lenahan trying to get the puck back along the far side corner. Medina, can they clear it once again? Yes, they can. White almost kept it in. He'll dump it back for a delayed offside. Shaker touching up in the neutral zone. Medina going to clear it all the way to Michael Better, and that's going to be an icing on the Medina Bees once again. So my goodness, Shaker really struggling against a team in which they should be beating. They should be winning by a decent margin. We'll see what happens here. Lowell Rich dropping down to take the face-off, winning it back to Braden White. White trying to take the shot, but instead the Medina Bees covering that area up at the low spot of the point. Here, White with a shot. Rich swooping in to try to take a rebound. But another phenomenal save by number 1 Andres Borgia. 10:47 to go in this second period. 2-0. Medina leading over the Red Raiders. Rich, big face-off guy for the Red Raiders, winning this one back to Braden White, taking a hard slap shot once again. Got through the traffic, but Borgia with another save. Just under the crest of the jersey. Face-off won once more by Lowell Rich. White on another shot. Rebound is given up, but Medina going to be able to take it out of danger as the puck flies over to the near side boards. Rich over to Salmon. Salmon on the one-time shot went very much wide and high. 10:25 to go in the second period. To the corner, Medina flips it off the boards. Tries to clear it out, and that they will. Back between the blue lines where it's picked up by Cam Mayu. That pass right into the referee. Salmon flipping it into the offensive zone. Braden White going to flip it back in. This should be a delayed offsides, but Medina going to touch up first and clear it away. Salmon in the neutral zone, trying to flip it back where it came from. Kilt's going to fly in, joining the play. Here's a 2-on-2 rush. Aiden Salmon poked away. Can Medina create another rush? Looks like they will. Here comes number 21, Joey Dorsey, swooping his way to the far side. Taking it to the corner, battle for the puck possession. Shaker's going to win it with Colin Arth. Arth pass up. Not sure who the intended target was that time. It was either Ryan Kiltz or Aiden Salmon. Cam Mayhew off the backboards to Braden White. White pokes it out with the help of Salmon, and that pass right to Miller in the center face-off circle. Pass right to Cam Mayhew. A lot of back and forth in the name of possession right now. Cam Mayhew looking for a centering pass, trying to find Aiden Salmon. Almost hit right off of his skating in. As long as he didn't make a kicking motion, that would have been ruled a goal had that been on net. Arth leaving it all out there, almost collapsing down onto the puck. Instead, he's going to need to use the outstretch of his arm to try and get back into the play. Shaker with the phenomenal effort, back in with possession. Here the shot by Axel Schneider, and another save made. So back to the near side. They'll leave it to the senior captain, Andy Benincasa. Benincasa helped out by Juan. Juan looking for the shot. And he dekes around one man, taking the chance. Save made once more. Juan back with it, looking for a great opportunity. And he's had some good shifts here today. Just hasn't been able to bury anything home. Behind the net turnover to Medina, though this set of forwards going to get it back. Now Medina on a second chance, going to be able to use the forehand and clear it down. Michael Better going to pick it up and deliver it all the way back down the other side of the ice. 8:03 left to go in this second period. Shaker winning the shot on goal total for the period, 10-1. But the one goal for Medina sneaking through Michael Better. Again, he hasn't had any rest for his games, considering he's the only goaltender out here in Meadville. Not even sure who the emergency goaltender would be for the Red Raiders if it got to that point. Richard, pass up Connor Mayhew. Mayhew skating it from the red line to the attacking zone blue line. Shot, kick, save by Borgia. Honestly, making some great saves. And now play is blown dead, as it looks like the net is out of position. 7:40 to go in this second period. Shaker down 2 against the club team of the Medina Bees. Medina has already scored 2 goals in this game. Before this game, Medina has only scored 1 in the tournament. Right now, conversation between the Red Raider coaches and the referee. Now puck dropped. Medina passes it in the slot where a forward Dab going to be taking it, dumping it in behind the net of Michael Better. Possession given right back. Shaker's defense needing to lock up here. First line forwards back out. It's prime opportunity for them to try and cut this deficit down. But behind the net, Medina controlling the defense, struggling behind. Now here, taken out. Cole Richard and Dylan Ersepke on defense. Richard taking it away. Richard trying to skate around one man, swooping in Joey Moore. Great forecheck. But that pass into the center going to be handled by AB. Moore, phenomenal effort, getting it over to the sophomore Richard. Richard centering feed. Mayhew trying to tip it home. Unfortunately unable to make good contact. Pass around the boards. Connor Mayhew finding it back. Giving it to Moore at the point. See, Shaker doing a lot better at setting up. They're just not sending pucks to the net. And a lot of the shots haven't been very high quality either. Here's Greaser, Owen Greaser, but to center it over, and the save made by Michael Better that time. Great opportunity for Medina to tack on a third. 6:27 to go in this second period. Shaker down 2. But still a whole lot of time remaining in the game. Rich drops down, takes the face-off, winning it back to his defenseman Cam Mayhew. He was looking up to Aiden Salmon. Pass right back to Mayhew as Medina had it. White wraps it around, trying to find Ryan Kiltz. He can't find it. And now here, Lowell Rich from the blue line, creating a rush the other way. Skating it around the only defenseman in front, and the pass. No one really connecting on their passes. Here's Salmon on the backhand. Stops the shot and tried to go for his own opportunity. Here, pass in front, trying to find Ryan Kiltz. Unable to bury it. Here, a shot from the point, and Cam Mayhew's shot is saved. A lot of these shots not elevated. They're all down, and some easy pad saves for Andres Borgia. Axel Schneider, Colin Arth, Sebi Wan back in as forwards. On defense, Benincasa and Magida. Arth trying to win the faceoff back, and he will to Benincasa after a couple of seconds of tie-up. Juan elbowed right into the boards. Here a shot from the faceoff dot. Colin Arth's shot saved by Borgia once again. The shots just not coming in quality. They're coming in amount. Again, 14 to 3. The shots on goal right now for this second period. 5.5 left to go in this second period. Juan trying to swoop in and force a bad pass. Medina going to get it, though they're unable to clear it away. Good work by McGinnis to flip it back around. Schneider trying to get there first. He's beaten by Dorsey. And now here's another attack. It's with Walters. The shot made, but it's hit by a Red Raider back checker stick. This one sent down. Icing is waved off as it scraped off of a Medina stick in the Shaker zone. Shaker just unable to get much going. Here's Juan in front of the net, and another save made by Borgia. Benincasa at the point, trying to send it right back for Sebi Juan. Unfortunately, he's beaten by 2 Bs. And there, Axel Schneider thrown down to the ice. Could have been a cross-check, but again, no call. Arth back Juan. Juan trying to sneak it in as he's thrown down to the ice. And here begins the rush. Does he have the speed? It's Dorsey against McGinnis on the backhand. He's forced to the shot. And good work by McGinnis, and Better on the save. Here's a secondary chance. Better using the stick, throwing it behind his net. The Bees with possession as they try to get something going. Here's Juan held up, and a good second effort by Axel Schneider to bring the puck to Colin Arth's stick. But again, a poke check going to clear it away from him. Joey Moore throwing a man down to the ice. And now the Bees clear it out of their zone for an icing with 3:53 to go in the second period. Shaker fans getting a little frustrated with what they're seeing right now. Lenahan, Moore, Mayhew back out as the three forwards. Richard and Ersepke, the two defensemen. Here Richard looks for a shooting lane to open up. It'll hit off of the leg of Connor Mayhew in front of the crease. Here's a 2-on-1 if the Bees hurry, looking for a pass into the center, but great work by the freshman Ersepke, and that's why he's getting this trip out to Meadville. It's so that he can make plays like that and show the head coach Matt Bartley what he's all about. Here Lenahan flips this one up to Connor Mayhew. Here's a good chance, but the shot tipped by the defenseman in front. Mayhew trying to pass it back from behind the net to Lenahan. But again, Medina's defense is cooking. And here's a 3-on-1 if they hurry, though just overplaying it. And Ersepke gets it back. Here Connor Mayhew to Ryan Lenahan. Here's another good opportunity. Pass trying to find Joey Moore. Richard with one of the better shots that we've seen, forcing a blocker save from Borgia. 3:02 to go in the second period. Shaker needing to get cooking right now. And with shots like that from Cole Richard, that will force Borgia to get a little more tired, get quicker on his feet, because that'll keep him guessing as a goaltender. Lowell Rich dropping down, taking the face off, winning it to the near side for Kiltz. White on the shot, good glove save by Borgia as he works his way to the near side post. .257 to go in the second period. Shaker looking a little bit more lethal these last couple of minutes. Can Braden White keep this in at the point? No, he cannot. It'll fly over to Michael Better's side of the ice. Peters unable to get there and win the race. So the Red Raiders will earn an icing. Face off back in their attacking zone. 2:50 to go in the second period. They're down 2-0 to the Bees Hockey Club of Medina. Can Medina clear it out off the glass? No. White keeping it in. That shot went wide. Rich trying to find the tip. It'll be wrapped back around to him behind the net, but he's held up. Kilt's trying to get to the corner first so he can take puck possession back, but he's up against two Bees. Somehow freed out to the point for White. White finds Cam Mayhew. Mayhew shot blocked out in front of the traffic. Rich trying to get it back in the middle area of the slot. The Bees going to clear it down. There should be another icing on the club hockey squad. I don't know if it's the temperature that's getting a Shaker this morning or what, because it is a little bit of a colder one. But it's also a colder one for Medina. It doesn't get this cold for the Medina team either at their own rink. We were talking to some parents before the game, and they were also arguing with how cold this Meadville area recreational center is. Here, Benincasa keeping this in along the near side boards. Medina going to clear this off the glass. Teddy McGinnis going to get there first in the Red Raider side. Off the far side boards, looking for a pass to Juan, or at least I assume that was his target. Juan going to get there. Puck between his skates as he fell down to the ice. Now Medina going to get it back, touch up, and it's going to be a penalty on the Bees. 100 seconds to go in this second period. Shaker needing a goal on the power play, needing the tougher shots to keep Borgia on his toes. Make the harder saves. They just need to outwork this squad. On the penalty was number 4. Don't have a name for number 4. Another low shot from the Red Raiders, another pad save for Borgia. Honestly, Shaker's just helping out his stats. He's going to leave this game saying, I made a ton of great saves today, but they were really all just low saves. Not to take anything away, a shutout would be lovely, but Shaker trying to end the shutout hopes here. Mayhew to the opposite point, finds Richard. Richard over to Lenahan. Lenahan pressured immediately, and Richard loses it. Mayhew on the back check. He's going to fly in, forcing the shot from Christopher Walters. My goodness, Shaker with some tough bounces here today. Shaker needs to get something going. Here's Cole Richard over to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew works his way up to the point, centering it over to Lenahan. Lenahan on the shot, blocked once again. A minute remaining in the second period. Cole Richard hangs on at the point, looking for the shot. He'll fan on it. And in the slot, Medina going to take it, clear it all the way down. My goodness. 40 seconds remaining in this second period. Richard skating it out from behind the net of Michael Better. You'll leave it to Lenahan. Stretches his arm out, picks it up, looking on the shot. Again, blocked. Moore behind the net, looking for a centering feed. But now he's actually just going to take it out in front, taking the shot. And the shot went wide, as I believed it was tipped. Richard looking for a chance. Now to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew taking the rip at it. And another low save for Borgia. Now the Medina guys trying to throw Benincasa from the crease. Holy cow. I mean, 24 shot attempts from Shaker Heights and 17 shots on goal for Shaker this period. But they were all low. It feels like only a couple have been elevated. And now the second line of power play back out. A struggling power play line. Now it looks like there's an issue with the boards. Face-off handled by Medina. They clear it down just wide of Michael Better's net. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Braden White picks it up, looking for one final rush. Pass up to Juan. Juan does pick it up on a second effort. He's got to take a shot now. 1 second left to go. Save made by Borgia. So that would take Shaker into the locker room with a lot to think about. Down by 2 in a game they should be winning by a sizable margin. Again, Medina, a team that has competed against Holy Name. They have gone 3-0, proving that they are better than a Holy Name. But still, these have been some very close games. 2-1 they won. 5-3 they won. Shaker should be playing this team better than how they are right now. 15 more minutes to come as Shaker is down to the Medina Bees Club Hockey Squad 2-0. Your score after the first 2 periods. We will get some ice cuts from the Zamboni, and we will be right back. Vaughn Ullum on the call from the Meadville Area Recreational Center. 25 degrees here in the House of Chills. We will be back after the intermission. And we are back. Vaughn Ullum on the call for the start of the third period. Shaker Heights in a brutal losing deficit game against the Shaker Heights Battling Bees Hockey Club squad. They are losing 2-0. But still 15 more minutes to come. So right now the stats for the game: Shaker winning shots on goal 30-8, shots attempted 39-10, faceoffs 19-15. But Shaker just cannot bury it home. A lot of the shots have been really poor, all low, not letting Andres Borgia have the chance to really guess or anything like that. He's probably expecting it at this point that all of the shots are just going to go right to his pad or right at the crest of the jersey. Shaker with 19 seconds more on the power play. Let's see what they can do. It's cleared right down into the Red Raiders side. Cole Richard picking it up behind the net of Michael Better. Passing it over. Andy Benincasa. Now to Connor Mayhew. Toe drags around one man. Passing to the center. Juan can't pick it up cleanly. Can Medina clear it out? We're back to even strength with 14.5 left to go in the game. Good stick lift. Gets the puck to Cole Richard. Tip from Sebi Juan. The puck was brought out to the slot for Cole Richard to take a shot, but the referee blew it dead before that could happen. Unfortunate showing for Shaker hockey. No way to get around that. This is a game Shaker should be winning. Face-off win. Back to Braden White at the point. Around the boards it'll go to Aiden Salmon, who's now out with Kiltz and Lenahan. Matt Bartley trying to find some different forward lines right now. See what they can do, because right now whatever is going on is not working for Shaker Heights. Medina going to get this back on a turnover as Lenahan is pickpocketed on the far side boards. Though Salmon gets it back in the corner. Salmon trying to find it back with Kiltz and Lenahan as a forward line. Shot blocked from Cam Mayhew. It'll clear back out to Shaker Heights in their side of the ice. White sends it down to Aiden Salmon. Unable to really make good contact, though it will keep its travel down to the Medina zone. White swooping in from the blue line, keeping possession with his squad. White looking for a pass to center it in front of the crease. No one really there except for a couple of Bs, but White's going to get it back in the corner with Ryan Kiltz joining the play, looking for a shot. Turned over to Medina for a second, but they're still unable to clear it. At the blue line, Kiltz unable to keep it put in the zone. Medina clearing it out in the neutral zone, dumping it. Cam Mayhew, and he opts off for a change. Lenahan stays put, though Schneider and Moore coming out as forwards. McGinnis now at the blue line. This is going to be offsides every day of the week. McGinnis not very aware of where his forwards were. .13 minutes left to go in a game that Shaker needs to be reflecting on here today. Not sure what exactly has gone wrong. Again, the stats heavily support a winning endeavor for Shaker, but just the scoreboard not agreeing with them. And this clearing attempt from Medina goes right up into their bench. The forward three, Schneider, Rich, and Moore. On defense, Benincasa and McGinnis. Rich thought he won this one back to Benincasa. Not going to be the case. Moore sends it into the near side boards to try and pick it up first in the open ice. But now his shot blocked. It'll escape the zone. Michael Better exiting his crease to leave it for his defenseman, Andy Benincasa, the captain. Waiting in the open ice to try and get his forwards moving up ahead. But Benincasa actually going to skate it from blue line to blue line and get an attack going by his lonesome. Benincasa with some good moves, trying the centering pass out to either Schneider or Moore. It's going to be Schneider who's set up in the crease. 12 minutes to go now in the third. Moore with Benincasa. This one flipped up into the ice. That looked offsides, but here Juan comes in. Still apparently onside. Joey Moore now holds it. Moore to Benincasa. Benincasa, big man with some slick moves right now. Here, Joey Moore on the one-time chance. Here's another shot, and another save made by Borgia. And Medina going to send this around the boards in the shaker zone. And it looks like the Medina player down. Not sure if it was his skate or what. I believe that was the case. Man, Medina needs to invest in some better skates. Second time we've seen this happen. Unless he is hurt, the goaltender, Andres Borgia, shoving him from one side of the ice to the other. And it looks like he actually might be more hurt than, or maybe it was his skate. We'll see how they're able to rebound with that man. Here, Cole Richard and Dylan Ersepke on defense. The forward three, Sebi Juan, Colin Arth, Connor Mayhew. Here, Arth trying to send it back to Mayhew in the center, unable to connect on the pass. Richard leaving this, Ersepke leaving this to Richard. Richard skating it up, leaving it Juan. Juan unable to pick it up in the open ice. Ersepke playing it aggressive, trying to swoop in, but Medina clears it away. Arth getting there first. Now putting on the brakes to try and keep possession as he's pressured against a couple of Bs. Here, Connor Mayhew taking it out from in front of the crease of Better, trying to create a chance on his lonesome. Taking the shot, and what a beauty of a goal from Connor Mayhew. The shot up, and that's why it's working on the chance created by Connor Mayhew, and he will cut this deficit in half. It's now 2-1. Those are the shots we need to see elevated so that it's not just Andres Borgia getting easy kick saves. Connor Mayhew really all by himself on that goal. So 2-1 goes your score. Shaker right back into it. Greta taking it off the faceoff. He's pressured by a couple of Raiders in the high slot, and eventually getting it back is going to be Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz trying to leave it for Lenahan. Kicked out Braden White. He'll recover and get it into the Medina zone. Kiltz, Salmon, Lenahan, the three forwards. This pass going to get past the Bees forwards. Icing will be waved off as Cam Mayhew gets there first. He's held up along the boards. 10-10 to go in the third and final period of the game. This one sent out to Aiden Salmon, skates it from the slot of Michael Better's crease, and eventually up using the backhand. It'll be wrapped around the boards for Medina to try and take it, but using the backhand, nobody open. Kiltz is the only man there, sends it right back with Lenahan, now with open ice, going to pick it up. Cam Mayhew, however, unable to keep it within the blue line. Kiltz back between the blue lines. White trying to pressure it back out as Medina works in. 9:33 to go in this third period. Lenahan holding it at his own blue line. From his side, looking for a pass, nobody there. A little bit surprised Bartley switching up these lines as heavily as he is, because typically Lenahan, Moore, and Mayhew are good at setting each other up. The line chemistry, though, not going to show here. Salmon freeing it out to Lenahan. Lenahan has a good rush here. Ekes around one man, trying to get the shot away. Rebound one's given up. But Medina takes it. Can they clear it out of the zone? Not just yet. Good work by McGinnis. Tries to wrap it around, and now Medina, for the second time this period, flips it right into their bench on a clearing attempt. Schneiberg, Rich, and Moore make a forward line now. McGinnis, Benincasa on defense. Moore takes it from the faceoff, tries to rip a shot. Now Rich over to Schneiberg. Schneiberg not able to make stick to puck contact. Here Rich on a shot, low. Schneiberg trying to get a rebound on the backhand. Looks like Borgia has it covered up. And now the goaltender, Borgia, shoving him away. Not sure what it was, but Borgia infuriated at Ian Schneiberg. He got up immediately and started throwing him out, and they're sending Lowell Rich to the box. Wow, okay. Not what I don't think anyone was expecting. Also, not exactly sure what the penalty was for. But now Shaker goes on the penalty kill. The Red Raider bench talking to the referees. Now, once again, they are going to get a different referee discussing it to head coach Matt Bartley. And he's going to get an explanation that it's clear he does not agree with. He's going to nod his head disapprovingly, however. So it's going to be Medina's first power play. Shaker would love a shorthanded opportunity there. A glove save by Michael Better. Lenahan on the face-off. It's going to be one back to Cole Richard, who's clearly tripped up, and that's going to even us up at 4 apiece. Benincasa sending this one all the way down the ice for Medina to pick up. Now it looks like it's going to be a 4-on-4, so Medina is going to the box. So it's a 4-on-4. What were you saying? They got 2 in the box, so they should. No, they shouldn't. It was called for a trip, dude. You also thought I think I was working on it. Okay, well, then it's on the... Oh, okay. Now it looks like they're also going to send number 47, Otto Greaser, for unsportsmanlike conduct. But it looks like it'll remain 4-on-4 for the time being for the next 146. So Connor Mayhew with open ice, though Medina takes it away, clears it down.
Number 7, Rich Wolf, 2 minutes, cross-check.
We assume it's a game misconduct on the one battling B, so it doesn't add another penalty on. It'll just add more time to that one player. So he should be out for the remainder. We'll get an official rink announcement, I assume, shortly. Right now, Shaker acting with 3 forwards, 1 defenseman. So it was Joey Dorsey on the penalty. And it was Greaser for a game misconduct. So that's actually what we're going to be getting. 11:10 left to go on 4-on-4. Here, Joey Moore and Lenahan beginning a rush with Mayhew swooping into the near side. Lenahan looking for a pass. He won't pass it until it's a little bit too late to Joey Moore. Moore trying to give it back to Lenahan. Lenahan pickpocketed. Here come the Bees trying to clear it out of their zone. Pass back from the point, Richard. Won't exactly work out just yet. That time from number 4's clear. Number 4 don't have a name to the numeral. Mayhew trying to keep it in at the blue line. Great work. Joey Moore poking it over to that corner boards on the far side. So Shaker still keeping with the possession, but now Richard, the sophomore, almost losing it. Mayhew, once again, keeping this possession at Shaker's own. Now Medina with a secondary opportunity, clears it down, and it's going to be an icing on the battling Bees. 6:51 remaining in the third period. Shaker's still down by a goal. They're going to get very minimal power play time. It'll be only 14 seconds. We still got 4-on-4 for the next 17. Face-off handled by the Red Raiders. Braden White sends it around the boards for Sebi Juan. Juan Wraps it back around for White. White frees it back to Juan as now he's in the open ice. Juan looking for a center to Arth. Shot very much wide. Might have got a little bit of the stick. And now we're to a very brief power play. Swooping out is Lowell Rich. Medina going to be able to clear it immediately. Icing waved off as it's now a Shaker Heights power play, which now is killed off by the Bees. So now here's Cam Mayhew wrapping this one around the boards. Colin Arth now at the point. It's with Braden White. And now that one's tipped in by Lowell Rich. He didn't even know he got all of it. But he's able to tap that one in. Man was down on the near side boards. It was Colin Arth, but now he's going to get up snowy on his jersey and join right back in. And Lowell Rich first in line for the fist bumps, a little bit of chaos. But Shaker tied it up with 6:03 to go in the third. So now it's back to anyone's game. Again, the elevated shots, the tips to get a little bit of redirection working for the Red Raiders. Ledan to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew tries to take a shot from the point, went up wide. Richard going to get there at the point to save it from clearing. Joey Moore pressuring to try to get it back. We'll see if they can. It looks like Moore will. Great work. He'll get it to the point for Benincasa. Mayhew centering feed to Lenahan. The shot tipped and up into the netting. It will go. So Jeffrey Ullum with his puck in the net pick today. He went with Lowell Rich, and, well, he just scored. So congrats to the cameraman here today. Final time for the two of us out here in Meadville. And he's going to leave with a good old guess of the score right. Good stuff from the cameraman. So now Shaker still has work to do as it's only a tied game. They should be beating the Medina Hockey Club, and they know it, and they know that there's still time. Here Lenahan throwing the puck back onto his stick. Here Lenahan now over to Moore, just out of his reach, trying to get the shot off. But now at the point, it's wrapped around by Benincasa. Now one of the Bees tripped up on his own doing. Lenahan taking it back, leaving it to Moore. And that pass looking for Connor Mayhew. Though it isn't going to really work out. Here's Dab, the Bee, up against Lenahan. Two bigger guys. Here Richard looking to try to get it back along the far side boards. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third and final period. Richard centering feed finds Lenahan. Lenahan not passing it just yet. He'll pass it over, kicking it back onto his stick. Moore to Mayhew. And Borgia with a phenomenal save, but Shaker still with possession. Benincasa trying to wrap it back. He'll send it right to a Bee. On the near side boards, Joey Morgan a little physical as he's trying to make a couple of hits happen. Mayhew going to hop off for a change. 4:20 to go in this third and final period. Benincasa holds it at his own blue line. Moore and Lenahan still out from the first line of forwards there. Good toe drag from Moore. The shot, he scores! Moore gives the Red Raiders the lead. It's 3-2. He was out there with Aiden Salmon and Ryan Lenahan or Sepke and Benincasa, the two defensemen. Each of them going to add +1 to their plus-minus stat. But Shaker getting back into this game, playing the third period as they should have been playing it all game long. They now lead, but there's still time to come. Here, Lowell Rich back behind the net of Michael Better. Again, still time for Medina to tie it back up. Still time for Shaker to take this lead to a new level. Here, good move by Aiden Salmon, though it's going to be number 4 to get it right back. And he's skating it all around his zone and eventually clearing it out. Lowell Rich going to take it off the backhand, flip it on net to Borgia. Around the boards, Braden White going to collect it at the point for a moment. Cam Mayhew going to rebound as it clears out, taking it from the neutral zone. Aiden Salmon tripped up a little bit. Rich on the shot. One-time opportunity for Lowell Rich. Here's Braden White trying to flip it but it'll go wide. Off target, Kiltz loses it along the far side boards. Medina trying to gain a rush, but actually most of their players getting some changes. Cam Mayhew having a pass back over to his defenseman, Braden White. A harsh hit up high, and now he's a little bit hurt, but now he's going to get up back to the Red Raider bench. A hit up high, they're going to be calling that every time, especially with the way the Meadville guys have been calling the penalties. That's going to get the Red Raiders another opportunity on the power play. Number 25, Riley Janis on the power play. Shaker right now 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Going to try to make it 1 for 5. We'll see. So now he'll be in there for 2 minutes of the remaining 3 in the game. Connor Mayhew with an opportunity, and he pops it into the top right corner. Connor Mayhew with goal number 2 on the day. And Shaker, only 6 seconds into the power play, able to take that lead. The scoreboard says 6-2. My goodness, it's 4-2. So all the goals coming on elevated shots, which Shaker was not going for in the first 2 periods. But now they finally found it. Maybe something the coach was just telling him. Listen, you got to get these shots up on Andres Borgia. And now Shaker has the Medina Bees doubled up. Here, pass up off the skate of Eamon Fury. That should be an icing. .235 left to go. Shaker winning as they should be against the Medina Bees. A complete flip of the switch here in this period. Medina was winning by 2 entering in. Now Shaker winning by 2 with .235 to go. Fourth line forwards now out. Ian Schneiberg, Eamon Fury, Colin Arth joining them. As again, there's not a center available for a fourth line there. Ian Schneiberg thrown off the puck. Could have been an interference, but not called. Arth with a good turnover created at the blue line before Medina was able to get it away. Here along the point, kept in just barely by Richard. Now he's pressured to give up the puck, but he says no. There a hit along the boards, tripped up, no call. Medina's going to try to get an attack going. Here, pass to the near side. It's with Walters, number 77. He's up against Andy Benincasa. Benincasa with the big body, going to throw him off and get the pass up to Schneiberg. Schneiberg finding Arth. Arth up Benincasa. Benincasa dumps this one in and hops off for a change, just like a lot of his teammates. Braden White and Cam Mayhew coming on defense. Just 90 seconds left to go in the game. Shaker up by 2. And what has been a phenomenal third period turnaround. Here, White with the shot, tipped up off the blocker of Andres Borgia. And Ian Schneiberg hopping off for a change. Ryan Kiltz comes on. Lowell Rich and Aiden Sam and the other forwards. There, Lowell Rich held up at the Red Raider point. Almost could have been a holding penalty there. Aiden Salmon thrown down to the ice. Medina playing this one a little bit more physical, as now they might be a little bit frustrated. Off the boards, pass was looking to Ryan Kiltz. Picked up by Ferrari. Aiden Salmon hopping off to the bench. It looks like Eamon Fury going to be making his way back out. Here, Braden White looking for a pass down the ice. Trying to find Ryan Kiltz on a pass that almost split the defenseman. And this one going to hit up onto the ceiling, almost came back down and hit the referee. So he had to dive down to the ice and make sure that he wasn't going to be hit with some hard rubber. After this game here at the Meadville Area Recreational Center, it's going to be another consolation game between Holy Name and McDowell. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to be seeing the final of the tournament. It's going to be between Gilmore Academy and Cathedral Prep. One of those two will be winning the tournament in total. They both won their respective divisions pretty handily. And it's going to be a good game, that one. some of the top teams in each respective state. Here's Axel Schneider trying to center it, 10 seconds left to go. Schneiberg and Fury out there as forwards trying to get their last shift here in the Meadville tournament. Here, taking it back is Schneider. Schneider taking a shot. It goes wide, but Shaker with a phenomenal third period going to win this game 4-2. They were down 2-0 entering into the third, but a 4-goal third period. And Connor Mayhew going to be getting player of the game. He's going to get a Sheets gift card for his performance. That'll always help when you have those games out in the Brunswick Automart Arena. There's a Sheets right next to you where all the players are going to go after the rivalry games. But for now, Shaker Heights winning. Another one here in Meadville. They're not going to be winning the tournament, but Shaker will have a good bus ride back as they have that 2-hour drive back home to Shaker Heights. And they've got a lot to think about here today. A lot of those elevated shots needed to come earlier on in the game. Instead, they came late, and they started working against Andres Borgia. 52 shots attempted for the Red Raiders, 11 for Medina, 41 shots on goal for Shaker, only 9 for Medina. And then the faceoffs, Shaker really separated in that third period. They won the faceoffs 32-19. Shaker still kind of struggling on the power play. They went 1 for 5 here today, though they did kill off the one against them. Shaker going to needing to clean up that, especially when they're going in next week into their big rivalry matchup against University School. Those darn preppers going to be coming in to the J.M. Bartley Arena back home at Thornton Park. We will see Shaker with a poor showing during this tournament. They need to get their act back into a groove if they want to beat one of the best teams in the state. The old GLHL rival that moved into the GOHL left them for what seems to be a tougher conference. Shaker going to try to show them that they should not have left and that Shaker can still beat them with their own kind of public school squad. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in from the Meadville Area Recreational Center. This is our last time covering the Meadville Invitational out here in Meadville, Pennsylvania, kind of far away from Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, kind of almost in the middle of nowhere, but still one of the strongest tournaments that Shaker has been a part of. So thank you very much for following us here in Pennsylvania. Jeffrey Ullum and me, Vaughn Ullum, final time in Meadville. We will see you back home as Shaker enters back into regular season play.